Okay, so basically, man, this is elite culture, and my man. So what, man? Today, like comedian, my bad, comedian.
Get
Yeah,
that.
man. Yes. So, uh, like I said, elite culture is about. I want everybody to see even me as a part of the brand. You know what I mean? As we start talking about admirals and just giving hope and everybody, I like to share. It's about who you know and basically not only who you know, but who are you leaving behind? You know what I mean, as far as a person of integrity or just you know what I mean, that does play a part in how things grow. And so today I just wanted to just get in, we just chop it up about whatever. You know what I mean? I want people to really see, you know, who I am as well, not just like, oh, you know, how it's just giving back hope. Just like, man, I came from where everybody at and through all odds because of everybody, you know, we was able to make it. And so it's all about our logo is we are you. So if I'm able to get on, I feel like it's just my
Feed the village.
right. You know what I mean?
Help me. I love
You know,
food.
so you know,
And that's what brings everybody together anyway. Food
right.
and laughter
And
and
so
sports. Yeah.
so let's just yeah, whatever you want to talk about.
Whatever I want to talk about.
Yeah,
It should be
yeah.
whatever you want to talk about.
So, and why I said whatever you want to talk about, because it's one of those things that I think folks begin to overlook some people, right? You know what I mean, for whatever reason, and not understanding. You know, it was all about me. I remember saying, all I wanted was just a chance. Somebody give me a chance.
Are we live right now?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Surprise.
So it's a thing where you know, what I mean, I want to give you a chance. You know what I mean?
To let the people know who I am.
Yeah.
Y'all want to know who So What is, huh? Well, first and foremost, let me give honor to the Most High Yahuwah, who's in the Shamayim, which is the heavens. You know, speaking Hebrew here. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry, but that you don't understand what I'm saying. I'll speak English too. I'm just a servant of the Most High. You know, I love the Most High's people. My job is to speak the truth. My job is to make people laugh, because the scriptures say laughter is medicine for the soul. So I am a spiritual drug dealer. I cannot get in trouble for it. And my drugs are peer approved by the Most High. You understand what I'm telling you? That's right. Can't be in trouble for doing His will, the Most High's will. I'm pointing this way, but I should be pointing to the right side, not to the left side. But anyways, you know, I'm just a servant. I'm here to make people laugh, to take care of my children, and to speak the truth to people that really want to know and hear that. You know, that's pretty much, I think, all purpose of people in life are, is to give back to the people that are here on earth amongst them, to their brothers and their sisters, and also to the children, and make sure that we're leaving, you know, good vibes and positivity and no negativity. You know, I believe that as people, we help each other grow. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you are. Yeah, you may be a coach, but without your player, you ain't coaching nothing. You can be dribbling the ball. You know what I mean? Like, hey, working on the shot, okay, shooting in the gym. That's good. Just like a teacher. A teacher's not a teacher, not unless he has children teaching at, in front of you. I don't care what you are, preacher or whatever. If you don't have your people behind you, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Period. So, far as I'm concerned, John Hill, yes, Hill, baby, remember that name. AKA Comedian SoWhat. Here in Bremerton, Washington for a good 20 years, on and off, from Tacoma, Bremerton, Seattle. I'm just represent the Northwest, you know. I just love to make people laugh. I love to see people smile. I like to bring positive energy and build people's character up, because I'm kind of an empath, you know what I mean? Right. I just found out what that meant, and I'm like, oh, this been me the whole time. I don't like to see people down. You know what I mean? I like to, that's why I like to make people smile. If I make you smile, I've done my job, especially if I'm here to bring laughter. But bringing laughter and bringing truth has to be together. I'm not here to try to offend nobody, but if you do get offended by the truth because I speak the truth, then that's too bad for you. Some of us need to grow up in our spirits and stop living so fleshly or carnal minded. because I use a cuss word too. You don't go to hell for swearing, okay? Sorry, you just don't. Of course, language should be up to par, but at the same time, cry loud, spare not. So sometimes you gotta get somebody's attention. I'm pretty sure when y'all got spanked as a kid, you ever heard your mom and dad not swear while they were whooping your ass? I'm pretty sure they were, you know, yeah, they were to go there. And hey, forgive me if, you know, I don't know if we can swear or not, but sometimes I use curse words, okay? Y'all don't be judging me. So what? I'm gonna do me. Too bad. You don't like it? Whatever. But, you know, a lot of people know me around the town. You know, I've been in high school 7 years. You know, that wasn't supposed to happen, but I did move around a lot. So a lot of people does know and do know. They do know. So when you ask about me, I've been this way my whole life, ever since I can ever remember, you know, just making people laugh and bringing laughter and speaking to the people about who the Heavenly Father is. You know, that's just me. I'm just a servant. I'm here to serve God's people, or the Most High Yahweh's people here on earth. And I'm just doing that through comedy, y'all. And y'all should check me out. Facebook for now. I've never been the one social media into that. I
help you on this.
Yeah, you gotta help me. Help me, please. What am I doing to myself? I know I'm messing up. Trust me, I know, but I can't help it. You know how many people be talking like, hey man, what's wrong with you? Like, I know there's something wrong with me, but like, and maybe, man, how can I? There's no way to explain this except for I'm procrastinating.
Okay.
I guess I could just be honest and like, I'm exploring this avenue that I'm on. Okay. And I'm enjoying it. But they say to expand your horizons, do this, do that, do this, do that. And I'm agreeing with them, but at the same time, I might not be ready for what's about to come about. And I gotta make sure spiritually,
right,
that I'm ready. You understand? Instead of making moves that I just decide to jump at something real quickly and it doesn't come out to be what it's supposed to.
So how like, and it's a good, I like where we at, right? So if somebody is like on here and on the show or tap in, and now you start to get behind, like I'm one of the people with not only life, but business, everything, especially when we start talking about God, how we live and how we operate. Well, how do you measure, I guess, you feel like you're ready to go where you got the next level? Like, you know what I mean? So like for me, I knew there was a calling, but it was like, okay, I'm going this way. I'm starting trying to figure out me just beginning to just trust and just go, but just keep going and not try to say, am I ready? But acknowledge what I was trying to do. You need to prepare. You know? What would you recommend to tell someone who's listening, like how they're trying to find themselves or what's going on? What's the truth? You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to.
That was a good question. The truth is always within yourself. You gotta always start within to make sure when you look within, whenever you look back in the mirror, let's take it for a minute. Even though you see yourself in the mirror, how do you feel inside? So I guess the truth would be being grounded in truth of yourself. Because if you're not right within, you're not gonna be right without. I mean, you're gonna be putting on a facade. Right. And people can see through that. Yeah. I think it starts with yourself. Knowing it starts with a thought. Thought sprouts to action. You know? So it's gotta be a thought first. But then when you think about it, whatever that thought may be, you gotta analyze within and be like, well, am I ready for this? Am I ready for what's about to come back to me when I do this? Right. That's true. So I guess for the truth, like far as me, since I'm rooted and grounded in the Most High, and His will, what He wants me to do. I mean, I guess He is telling me through people, because He uses people, you know, you should do this, you should jump on this, you know what I mean? And I overlook that at times. But I'm not afraid to be like, hey, nigga, I need help. Okay, I need help with that. I need people behind me. I need a better team behind me, people that really want to work with me. You know what I mean? And people say this and people say that, but like I'm good at what I'm good at, you know. And I've learned. Shout out to my boy Johnny Dollar. He told me that's why you bring people around you that can help you because you do you while everybody does. It's a machine. Okay, it's just a machine. Now, I'm not afraid to be like, hey, nigga, I'm just the arm on this motherfucking machine. It's pretty big, though. Trust me, okay? My bad. I'm trying to be, my bad, y'all, but who cares, okay? So what? Anyways, it's a machine, no matter what it is. And, like, it's a team. There is no I in team, you know what I mean? But there is a me, like Kobe said. There is one at times, but here's what Kobe meant. That me meant that, hey, sometimes it's going to take me to analyze the whole team and bring it back to fruition. So that's what I am right now. I guess I'm in a transition period with my life, and I guess I'm ready more to follow that. Because honestly, man, I mean, there was a time in my life where I was prepared to do it all that had everything to do with comedy, and then I just lost that spark. You know what I mean? I lost that spark. Not to say that it was all the way gone, but it died down. It was kind of flickering. You know what I mean? You know, like a match when or a lighter. It's not a match. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to get it to work. You know, I still had flame in me. But it had to be. I needed more oil. Poured into me. So me being spiritual, I needed that spiritual because I got down and out. You know what I mean? And I let that take over my mind. That thought process that I was speaking. So I'd be the first one to admit to let myself get down and out to a place where I decided to stay until I realized that I was laying on dead time. And the Most High can't bless still water. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it went from lack of motivation to being motivated to even going forth. So I was just like, man, fuck God. Well, so what? You know what I mean? But it wasn't something that I should have been doing or thinking. So I can't be that way. But now that drive is back.
So, and that's I just love having just conversations because I think that's where we can find all genuineness, you know, and just who people are, right? So just like myself, along this journey, because I think some people wonder, because I think like now, you know, God is just blessing me. My platform is getting bigger. You know what I mean? But some, it's like, yo, he came out of nowhere. But when you go back and look and say, well, how long have, you know, we've known each other? You know, and so it was crazy to listen to how we just talked and just being genuine, just loving and wanting to get back. And you'd be like, yo, you know what I mean? We had, you know, I remember you and watch you grow, you know what I mean? And it's very humbling because it's all about giving hope, right? And so to give back hope and wanting to, hearing things like that is what helped me to keep going. Because I have those times where you just be like, man, that flickering, I'm tired. You know what I mean?
Tired.
So, like,
or is this really me? Is this really my cause? Is this what I'm really supposed to be doing?
And so I want you just to give like maybe whatever you want to give, just some of that, because it's all about also encouraging the people along the way. Because I think that's the thing too, as you begin to find truth. You know, now what you thought was this and that, and it, you know, God started really beginning to show you, you begin to really have a different understanding. It's not always an easy road like what we thought. You know what I mean? So along, and I'm just saying the religious route or whatever, just how systematic that I grew up in. You know what I mean? And to break out of that, that's what made things different. But life is life, right? So life is, people have good times and they have down times.
It's what you make it.
So what took you sort of, because we all have that time where we just question and then God just, for whatever reason, pick us back up. What sort of took you from that, I'm going in, then you're like, there's so much, you're taking so many hits. You know what I mean? And then you feel a certain kind of way. What took you there?
To where I had a downfall or to where I wanted to spring back up from my downfall?
What took you to that downfall? Because you got to think, just people in life, especially like us, we're trying and we're like, things is looking good, and then things get ahead. That's a life and everything, right? And then you start questioning, and then you sort of don't give as much as you was given, and then all of a sudden you spring back up and you're going. So I just, you know, just in life, we have those down times, I think it's like for myself, just being real. I like to be real with people just to say, man, on my goods, I have my bad, but my perspective has changed. And that's what's helping me. Even in my low times now, they're not like it used to be. But still, we're just here. So just you telling the people, just opening up, like for me, I just open up and say, man, just my relationship with something that I create a lot of drama in my life. Yo, I feel like that special God's changed me. Now I'm reaping some of the seeds, you know what I mean? So now it's like, but how do you go through with a different perspective and understanding, man, honestly,
Okay, let me break that down. It was definitely just a lack of motivation. I wasn't really motivated. Not to say, I don't know, maybe it could have been the relationship that I was in. You know what I mean? I wasn't maybe getting the right feedback or the right oil poured in. You know what I'm saying? Or feel my fire, or you can do this, or that motivation, that push, that drive. So I guess it could have been a relationship at a point in time, because I played my part, and she played her part too. But the spring back to that would have been what Scripture says. Scripture says, I don't know what verse this is, but it says, whatever your right hand findeth to do, do it with all your might, because there's no strength in the grave where you go. And I'm like, man. So whatever you find yourself that you want to do with all your might, do it with all your strength and all your might. And that kind of sparked my fire again, because the word of the Most High is really, it's easy and it's very simple to grasp, and it speaks to your situation at certain times. Right. Because I didn't really I probably overlooked that verse so many times. But when you're in that time of trouble and you read that, I'm just like, oh, I needed that, because you're not promised tomorrow. So therefore, when you're out in these highways and byways and the streets, or wherever you must be, wherever you are, you should be spreading light. Whatever that is, whatever that light may be, it could be, it could be through laughter, it could be through motivating, it could be through just saying hello to somebody. Like for real, because I remember when my house burned down in 2003. This was on the front page of Bremerton Sun. At the time, it was Bremerton Sun, but now it's called Kids House. Right? I lost everything. Everything. Matter of fact, when I probably met you, that's when I was going through it. You know what I mean? My house burned down. My dad left me, and I was living with him. But he left me. He got money from Red Cross or whatever. They gave him whatever, and he just went to Seattle. I didn't know where he was. I didn't see him until like 2.5 years later. And then when I seen him, I was like, why did you leave? And he looked at me and said, oh, I knew you would be okay. I was like, do you know what I went through? Do you know I was sleeping? Do you know I was going to rob a bank? And if it wasn't for the church, I would be in prison, probably getting out right now, because my mind frame was like that, coming from the streets, being involved with gangs and being raised around nothing but that. You know what I mean? So, but to get back to what I was trying to say, I lost everything. So when I said spreading light, it could be just a hello or a hug. So I was in science class, and I had a homeboy, Thaddeus Red. Shout out to you. He heard what happened to me. My science teacher gave me like 6 pairs of shirts and like 3 pairs of pants, because I didn't have nothing. He was like, I'm sorry to hear what happened to you. I was like, yeah, me too. And I didn't know what I was going to do. Right. And my homeboy Thaddeus, he walked up to me and he just said, come here. And he gave me a hug. And I was like, man, nah. He was like, no, you going to hug me. Right. And he embraced me, man, because he actually felt my pain, because it was all in my eyes. You know what I mean? That's why I said earlier, you can't hide what you're going through with certain people. Some people see past that shell of a man or shell of a woman. So a simple hi or hello, because I was in the high school, I would see everybody in the hallway just passing off, smiling, living life. I'm like, these motherfuckers don't know how I feel right now. The wrong word to me, and then I'm going to jail. Because I was the oldest person in the high school anyway. So I would have went to jail, you know what I mean? They would have got suspended from school, but BPT would have came and got me because I was 21 in high school. Yeah, so why? But anyways, no. But what I'm saying is, you don't know what somebody's going through in the street. So a simple hello and hi, it could go a long way. You know what I mean? Right. You don't know what that next person is going through in their mind frame. You don't know what that person has been through, you know? Right. So I kind of jumped, I don't know if I answered your question or not, but
yeah, no, it was good, like you said, because the spring back, but you know.
I'm not to cut you, I'm sorry, right. But just to look back on what the Most High brought me through,
right.
And
yeah.
two,
yeah.
I gotta focus on, okay, well, what you got for me now? Right. Because this is where you want me, you got me, you know what I mean? Right. You want me, you can't even use nothing until you're already broken, you know what I mean? Yeah. So the only broken left for me to be is dead, and that's not happening yet. So since I'm alive, I'm gonna use this time to do what I'm supposed to do that I was called to do in the first place. You know what I mean? Like I was telling somebody else in Seattle, Tacoma, you know, so I was always like the funniest person in the school or in the class, you know, but making a transition from just being funny as a normal person and on stage is two different things. But the point is, the Most High blessed me with being funny. So I'm gonna stay in my lane and be funny. So I'm good at what I have. So my motivation is where I've been through and what I've been through and where I am now. And the fact that I can look back at 38 years old and be like, I ain't even supposed to be here. That's the motivation that keeps me going. And the fact that I look at my beautiful babies, Gabrielle and Elijah, you know, and be like, I gotta leave something for them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Period. Because it's really not about us, it's about them. And it's really not, even if you don't have children, it's not about you, it's about other people. Right. Because it's just like basketball. We watch players and we be like, just like that Mike commercial back in the day. Sometimes I dream that he is me, like Mike, you know what I mean? You know, in basketball world, what I'm talking about, like you don't know. So it's that motivation that other people can bring to your eyes that you see. You know what I mean? It's always that person looking in, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we all got to do our part so other people can get that grasp and get motivation to help the world. I agree. You know what I mean? But we all got to do our part.
Yes. No, and that's what, like I said, I think with the platform, just trying to really come together and show what it looks like. Yeah. Right? You know what I mean? Just, we all have a past, we all been through, we all going through, just understanding the process and just still being encouraged to stay. Because I'm the same way. Let me stay in my lane. You saying I support you.
Yeah, that's right. I try to jump in this nigga's lane and I almost kill myself. Thought I could jump on these little big old bouncy balls and all these rubber bands this way and that way. I'm like, hold on, I'm supposed to do this slowly. I can't just do what he's doing. I was supposed to ease into it. Yeah, I found the hard way. I was gonna sue this. He thinks I'm playing. I called him like, bro, you almost killed me. You almost gave me a heart attack. Because I'm telling y'all, they be doing NBA stuff before I even knew it was NBA stuff training. I'm like, I'm telling you, come down here with 6th Street. I'm gonna make him my personal trainer, for real. I've been losing a little bit of weight on my own, but I'm pretty sure you can get me right. You know. Yeah, you wanna see He-Man? Puppy power! That's how you gonna have me going. I'm telling you, I was about to swear. See, I'm learning too. You know what I mean? Can't help myself. I got the can't help it. That's a disease. It's real. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The coach. Yeah. That's the coach right there.
So, do you have anything coming up? I know with COVID, everything slowed down, so shows is probably limited.
Very limited. I'm definitely working on that. Like, see, it's funny that you said that because everybody's doing these podcasts and these things like this, right? Right. But again, that's not my expertise. So maybe we can join some forces. Yeah. You know what I mean? By the voting of the people. You want to see me again? Hey, we can do this all dang day. You know what I mean? No, I just need, I'm trying to do a podcast too, but I need to learn this stuff. You know, I got to learn all this stuff, or I can, co-host or whatever with somebody else because everybody needs a comedian. You know what I mean?
I actually like this idea.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So
tell me more. Tell me more.
So we can definitely, put it out there once it gets done. let's begin to. I wanted the idea that I have for the show is bigger than just having it.
It's bigger than us.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I want to start like, hey, who do y'all want? Let's begin to build and begin to just see what happens. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have you. We're gonna do that. Let's make it a show.
Let's make it a show.
We're gonna have co-host, host. Let's begin to find the host and co-host. The whole idea of how we want this show. You know what I mean? Elite coach is the title.
Elite coach.
I want
coach.
To be able to,
that's a elite coach right here. That's the guy. I'm telling you.
To sit back and behind the scenes, just relax. You know what I mean? After a while, you understand. You stay in your lane.
In my lane, I'm staying right here. I'm not moving. No, sir.
On the front, because I understand, the call. So, yeah, we're gonna go out. We're gonna make it a show. We're gonna do some more segments. Try to see. Make it a show.
We should, man. Like, again, I love to do my part with the people that want me around.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you should want somebody like me around if you really knew who I was, because I'm all about positivity. I believe like integrity, positivity, nobility, that means a lot. It should mean a lot to every man and woman. You understand? What people say about you in the world, of course, it shouldn't bother you, but your name shouldn't be dirty in these streets. You know what I mean? Because that can mess a lot of things up.
Yeah.
If you're talking about me, I don't know what you can say bad about me, but if you ever heard anything bad about Comedian SoWhat, I mean, there was a time when I was on drugs, but whatever. What can you positively say wrong about me? What have I ever done to anybody for them to say any ill will about me? You know what I mean? That I will not actually share on stage. Yeah. I've done some dumb stuff being on here. Everybody got a pass. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But far as the person, get to know me, talk with me, let's have a conversation. I guarantee you I'll change your mind frame about some things. Yeah. Because that's my job.
Right.
So I'm here, and I hope to do some more things with a lot of people. And I hope this turns into something, blossoms into a big.
I agree.
And because it's all here, you know what I mean? It's all here, and we just overlook certain things, or things just we don't think about until, hey, so it's like, hey, one hand feeds the other, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what it's all about, and that's what as you see on the corner, when you start looking at Bailey.
We're on the block. Bailey, that's the homie, honest. That's the Uso, he knows.
Myself, it's a group of us, and we're all the community is finally coming together.
Finally, it should be.
You know what I mean?
Bremerton, Kitsap County, not just Bremerton. Kitsap County is a diamond in the rough. It really is. There's so much talent. There's so many cool people out here. You wouldn't even know until you really interacted with some people. But there's people out here with hearts bigger than Jolly Green Giant, okay?
Yeah.
For real. Or as big. Yeah. That we're about community. It should be about community. You know what I mean? That's what you should. People should be about community. Because community needs people. And if you're not for your people, then who are you? So yeah, I think this is blossoming. From what's been happening lately, it's been a beautiful thing. For what Bailey's doing, for what you're doing, for what the people at Lions Den are doing. Yeah. Shout out to Doc, James. What's up, homies?
And that's honestly what it's all about. It's about everybody.
Smoking Robinsons. What's up, guys?
Yeah,
that's my fam.
It's especially when you start talking about the people of color, brown,
because there's not a lot of us out here.
But when you always the ones that are out here and the positivity we're actually doing hands-on we are in the community, I think, like I said, it's overlooked.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It really is overlooked.
It's not only overlooked, but then sometimes where I'm like what you're saying, magical. All the segments coming together. Was it Voltron? Whatever. They all come together. You create this super beat.
Yeah. Hey, Power Rangers.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And Voltron. Same thing. They all have robots.
Us coming together. How we can really shape teach. Because I think the biggest part too is giving back, because our kids, the next generation coming up, beginning to teach them.
Yes.
And give them resources and options in our own community.
Yes.
Like legit. And so
there's other options instead of that street life. You know what I mean? Yes.
You know what I mean? I think that's the other big thing is one is always magnified above the other, you know, but not understanding.
See, I like to talk to my people and like to say, a lot of us are lions. The lions have a lot of pride to them, but we should be a pride of lions instead of a bunch of lions with a bunch of pride. You know what I mean?
Right.
And a lot of men and women like to let pride get in the way of things. But if you have pride, you have separation. You can't come together. So I'd rather be full of lions, meaning stay in your own lane.
Yep.
That way you can keep your pride all to yourself, but let it come up. Because pride can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing.
Right.
You know, just like anger, it can be a bad thing or it can be a good thing. Just look at Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
You gotta save his life. Oh, Hulk smash, I'm killing everybody. Yeah. That's how we all are, you know? But so it can be used good and bad. So yes, we need to come together, and people need to let go of their egos because we're all trying to get to the same place. And secrets are not meant to be kept secrets because somebody told you a secret, which means it's really not a secret.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody like, you know, when you cook that little recipe that your grandma or grandpa has, and you don't want nobody to have that secret, you know, that secret's got to get passed down in order for the rest of the people to enjoy that recipe. You know what I mean? Period. So now is that time where people need to really wake up and catch that it's all about community. And communion with the community, positivity, good vibrations, and good, nice conversation and communication. Because it runs the nation. Right. You know, and that's how I feel, you know.
No, real talk. And that's what is happening, and why I really feel like God is just leading just certain places where it's like, all right, like we were just chopping it up, and it's like, man, let's get together, not knowing that
it would happen like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Now I'm like,
oh, you just popped out of the woodworks. Ooh, peekaboo. I'm like, hey, what's up, coach? You almost killed me, but that's okay. I'm always gonna remember that. But yeah, because like for real, you're like I was telling him before this that he's a positive person in my life, someone I look up to. You know what I mean? I don't really look up to nobody but the Most High. But then there's people that are here that have that the reason behind them to look up to. You know what I mean? So you're somebody that encouraged me. You know what I mean? Because weight loss is something serious, for real. You got to watch what you eat. You got to watch what you do, and that's you know it's a problem. So watching him and his exercises, yeah, it motivated me to lose weight. It really did. It did. I lost like 28 pounds. Oh, wow. I used to be 257. Now I'm like, what, 221? Wow. I think, I might be wrong on my numbers, but still in all, I've lost some weight. And I love it. I want to keep doing it. And they'd be like, you're on drugs, huh? No, not this time. I didn't need to do it that way. No. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just funny how people think it. I was like, it's funny.
Yeah, I mean, that is funny because, like I said, you don't really understand, like, the people's lives in touch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just being out
honest.
There, yeah, you know what I mean? And that's just
honest.
the thing, just going out here really loving it. So it's encouraging to hear those kind of things and then to see how God bring it all the way back around to where it's like, man, I didn't know it was such an impact that even physically. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That it's just like, wow. And how I see these things happening, because I'm all about, like, I'm relaunching the brand, but we're coming from like a small business to a corporation.
Corporation, LLC, baby. He's talking about big things.
You know, so it's going to the next level. So it's like now we need departments. I'm like, God, just people who really have a heart and want to get on. I want to give opportunities.
Give back,
because that's all I ever wanted.
And that's what a lot of us need. It's just that opportunity. Just give me that opportunity to show you what I can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just to help me along the way. And when I make it, a lot of people, I'm gonna bring a lot of people with me, and always pay homage to the people that brought me to. That's no big I, little you here. It can't be that. Like, it got to be a pack of lions, not a pack of prideful ones. You know what I mean? Fighting amongst each other. You know what I mean? Because two alphas could be in one place. And look at Anthony Davis and LeBron James. You know what I mean? Those are lions. You feel me? Come on now, you can make it work. Yeah. But it's all about the attitude. So it's was work and join forces like that. And that's what I need, man. So I hope we can do that for real, because that's all I need. All I needed is somebody to get behind me, and I'll do the rest. I'll do the rest.
And that's what, like I said, we're going to do, we want to do, we're going to figure out how to make it happen, because that's what we're all about now. It's like, you have to get in it, figure it out, because that was my thing. I didn't want to come back and be like, I can get you on. I don't really know what the hell I'm going.
You know what I mean? Hey, me neither, but let's figure it out together.
So
we'll figure it out.
Now having some ideas, now at least make sure I help you with that.
Yes.
Just like, okay, now allow me to reach this level instead of like, yo, nah, what you got? Somebody just gave me a chance.
Yeah.
Get on. I'm gonna support you. We work together. Let's make this thing happen.
Yeah.
And I know it's gonna keep giving back and to help change the outlook and
cycle, baby.
Yeah, of the community.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We begin to get back, they have a voice, we can move forward. You know what I mean? So things like that changes, and now you begin to see that there's other ways to make legit businesses.
Yes.
In the system in which, you know what I mean, we're living in. You know what I mean? In a sense of business. You're entrepreneurs. So many of us who get overlooked with stuff that's, taken from us. And so now to be able to know how to do it, because it does come a lot of paperwork, a lot of thought, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It is. And you need people behind you to help you with that paperwork.
Right.
And analyze what it's really saying. You got to read the fine print. You got to have magnifying glasses. Be like, okay, I see that down there. Because usually when things go bad, they be like, did you not see the fine print down here? No, I didn't. And I can't even hurt you guys now because it's there. You know what I mean? But that's how you feel, though. But you got to be mad at yourself for not even, you know what I mean? So, yeah, there's got to be trust, too, for real. You know what I mean? But I don't think nobody is supposed to do anything alone. Man and woman ain't supposed to be alone. Whatever you're even doing, you don't have a business without partners. So, therefore, whatever you do in life, you're supposed to do it with people. Period. Yeah. But people you can trust.
Yes.
And people that ain't trying to overtake what you got and make it look like, oh, this is me, and forget about what they did. You know what I mean? A lot of people do that, and it's crazy. So I'm gonna take, like, for example, a lot of people ask this question, and I finally thought of it to myself. They say, oh, is the glass half full or glass half empty? I look at it as, hey, it's a cup of water, and I'm gonna drink it, and I'm gonna let it quench my thirst, however much is in that damn thing. That's how I'm starting to look at life. You know what I mean? I don't want to look at life as a half full, as a half empty, because really it is half full and it is half empty. But look at it as a cup of water, as nourishment. So take what you get and don't have a fit, like your grandma used to tell you before she whooped your ass. You know what I mean? So that's how I start to look at life and take it like that. I got some water because I'm thirsty. At least that can help me until somebody else pours into me. You know what I mean? Did y'all get that? Y'all, I hope you guys felt that.
I hope so.
That's one of my quotes too. I thought of that myself. All by myself. Yeah.
It's about the perspective.
Yes.
And once the perspective change, things really change. So even in this whole process, like I said, because even us coming together, an idea, elite culture is a new idea that I started to come out with.
That's a dope name, by the way. I like that.
I appreciate it.
Hey, don't be stealing that. Hey, you gotta copyright that.
I know,
for real. Because I want a shirt. I want stickers. I want decals. And what's the name again?
Elite culture.
Elite culture.
So
wait,
it's gonna happen.
Hoodies.
So they get to watch it grow up.
Elite
Now
culture. I
always
love it.
wanted to bring in hosts, just put up people on and let them be great in their thing. So having you and just building that with your idea, building a whole like sports, concept like what ESPN, how they got Charles and all that. We do our own thing from our level.
Exactly.
But on the back end, I want to do this to you. Tell me about this idea. So I go and I travel to different states. You know what I mean? So even on the different states, I wanted to do a behind the scenes where it's like almost, I want to say reality, but you're seeing these guys who's coming from all over, just trying out for a real legit opportunity to go play pro next level. So, but you get
like the real world.
Yeah.
The real world of the real world.
Yeah, you get to see the behind the scenes process as well as, so it's really also trying to help people get to know people for who they really are. You know what I mean? It's a journey, just life. You know what I mean? They're sacrificing stuff, they're doing this and that. So people get to see that, my bad. And you get to bring in the world at, the comedy and just, we begin to see all the worlds coming together. You know what I mean? So, but I wanted to add that action piece because now you can see highlights, dunks, you know what I mean? Now you see the other part.
You see the whole,
just,
just not the shooting in the gym, the whole aspect.
Right.
How did the grind to this?
Yeah, you know what I mean? So then we can go to games like different tournaments, that's, you know, mixing dudes, slamming on, I'm doing this and that, then you can commentate, you know what I mean, the different highlights. And, you know, we really make this a show for people. You know what I mean? And it begins to, now we have the next young group that's coming up. We got intern services and like in these programs under here.
Yeah.
So now they get to learn and have other options. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From the community back to the community. So these are things that
the leaders of the community that have been there and done that.
Right. So begin to bring them and put everybody, like you said, instead of that one, it's a bunch of lines and put them in the right position and help everybody get in their position. That's so cool.
Like grapes. Yeah. There's a bunch of grapes in the cluster, but it's still a grape. Okay, but there's a bunch of little grapes though. I love grapes, by the way.
Yeah,
real. Sure, you got some? I know you got some health.
Yeah, I had some last night. I can't lie.
I know there's a refrigerator in this month somewhere. You can't be doing this to me. I'm hungry right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how can people find you? I mean, of course, we're gonna be coming back to the process, but
Comedian SoWhat on Facebook. That's the only avenue that I'm on right now. Comedian SoWhat. SoWhat is one word.
Okay, so
I know that sounds so dull, huh?
so even
no Instagram, no Snapchat, no nothing. So what? Okay. So what?
You got videos on there?
Yes. Okay. Everything's on there. My content is definitely on there.
Okay.
And hey, you guys can say like this. I'm an unfiltered comedian. I speak the truth. You're not gonna censor me. Sorry, my name is SoWhat for a reason. All right. So, hey, just you've been warned. They'll be getting mad at me. But I'm going to make this announcement. Okay? Y'all, listen to me and listen to me clearly. I, by no means, have a racist bone in my body. I love everybody. But I talk shit about everybody too, because I can do that. I'm a comedian, you know what I mean? But don't get the wrong perspective of me because I may say something that you may not agree with. You hear me? I have black friends, I have white friends, and I love them. And you won't ever get me to have hate in my heart for no man. Period. You understand? You can hate nouns, but out of nouns, you can't hate people. You can hate places, you can hate things. You can hate people because people belong to the Most High. So wherever they're at in their life, you got to accept them for who they are, even if they're doing something wrong. You may not be agreeing with what they do, and you ain't got to be involved in their lifestyle or might even like their lifestyle. But at the same time, show that human being or that person decency as them being a person, because you don't know what that person is going through. Everybody kind of wants to change their life depending on that person. So let that love that you have and give spread properly. But just, I wanted to make that little service announcement because there's like a misconception of me or something, you know what I mean? But yeah, y'all need to know that. Just trust me. The white people that I know will knock you out. Okay, so don't get twisted. But that's what I did want to say, y'all. And if you have hate in your heart, don't talk to me. Please. I'm not the one. Wasn't raised that way. You know what I mean? Right. For real.
No, real talk.
Facts, man. Because what's going on, you know, hey, man, don't get caught slipping. Real talk.
So, it was a joy having
you. Hey, what? Like, yeah. For real. Hey, y'all, for real. We should talk about how I met. You know what I mean? We met, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, we used to go to church together. You know what I mean? Right. You know, so that's how I know him. And I'm just motivated by what he's doing. He's doing good things out here in Bremerton. Check him out. For real. I'm inspired. I'm very much inspired with what we're all doing out here. Yeah. So it was a pleasure, man. Please let's, vote me back, y'all people. Y'all want to see SoWhat again? You want to just, you know what I mean? This is just, I can't really be me, but I really want to. A little bit of it came out of me, but hey, trust me, y'all. Hey, you got what you need, man. You know what I'm talking about? So one love, homage to the world. Shalom to my ox. You already know what's up. Hey, Most High Yah. Right here, Yahuwah, the Most High. YHWH, baby.
Yo.
Yeah.